moving to the USA Network. Now, Book, I want to ask you this, because when you started on SmackDown, it was on UPN. It was on a network similar. UPN eventually became the CW. Merged with the WB, I believe, and became the CW. Do you feel a difference between network television, cable television, streaming? Like, do you feel like when you were on SmackDown, did you feel, or Thunder for that matter, did you feel more people would say, oh man, I watched you on Thursday night as opposed to Monday night with cable television? Or was there any perceivable difference?
That was a huge difference. It's just like, for instance, when I was in TNA and we were on Spike. Okay. Right. Spike was a pretty, reputable company. It was pretty big. But I tell you, when I was on Spike, a lot of people thought I had retired. No, I'm serious, but when you're on network television, everybody gets a chance to see you. You're in everybody's household. All they need is rabbit ears. And they can see you. You know what I mean? If they just got a black and white, they still can see. So now, when you're working from that perspective, I told all the young guys that's a part of NXT right now to get ready to become major superstars, becoming household names. Now that's what's getting ready to happen to these young guys. So now, I mean, this is bigger than it ever could be for a talent if they're on television today.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask with NXT moving to CW. Do you feel like this is going to raise the profile of all those NXT superstars to another level? Because now, literally, like, I guess what some people don't realize, between broadcast television, which is network television, and cable is very different, because broadcast, like the CW, is almost in every household in the United States. I think it's in like 97% of households, as opposed to a cable system, which might be a third of that. So it's going to raise the stock of all those individuals, wouldn't you say?
It's going to raise the stock, as well as it's going to, bring a whole lot more criticism if you're not out there really performing at a certain level with Twitter and all that stuff now, social media. Of course, you're going to be put out there in front of and exposed, to a lot more fans now, but it's going to be a sink or swim mentality. Fans are going to be coming at you from every way, possible now. Being under that bright light, you're gonna have to go out and raise your bar on a weekly basis as well. So it's gonna be a pressure situation, and I love pressure. For me, there again, cream rise to the top. It's about the best guys, the best talent on the roster performing, in those spots. So for me, it's gonna be almost like competition, man. How can I get on the show?
Well, you know what? Just because we were just talking about this, we have a comment. It's not a super chat, but I'm going to read it anyway because it's pertinent to the discussion. Lil Yo says, Book became most popular on UPN. He got a chance to shine. I grew up pretty poor and couldn't watch Raw on cable. SmackDown made kids from the inner city fall in love with wrestling. That's what we're talking about, how you can get this in every household, unlike a cable system. And, some people, when Raw, and I know Raw is going to have a massive audience when it moves to Netflix in January. There's no doubt about that. But not everybody pays $20 a month or $25 a month for Netflix. But everybody, if you have a television set, you can get NXT. I just wonder if the people in NXT, I know the powers that be, but all the talent understand, like, that's a huge shift.
I think in the beginning, I don't think they really understood it. I don't think everybody did, but for me, I knew it immediately. I was like, man, these young guys are really getting ready to, like I say, for me, when I first got on television, like I say, it was a little bit different. It was ESPN. ESPN was just really popping off at that time. They were just getting popular. Wrestling just happened to be, pick up that time slot for 4 days a week. But so many people had ESPN because it was a fresh thing. Having a sports channel that you can watch, throughout, all hours of the day and night, which is something that was really cool. Everybody wanted it. And I tell you, I was working a regular job here in Houston, and right over there on 59 at the warehouse. But I got a chance to go to Korea. I was a star there, man. I went to Japan. They was giving me presentos. That means presents on a nightly basis. I went to the Virgin Islands, and I was a star. Everybody on the island knew me. And I was like, good God, man, what is going on here? Now these young kids are going to get a chance to experience that tenfold. Everywhere they go, eyes will be on them. So they definitely need to understand that and understand how to prepare for that situation, because it's going to come fast and furious. Trust me.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for and y'all's first show is going to be at the Allstate Arena. Is that right? Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, October 1st, man. That's going to kick off here relatively quickly. I'm excited, man. This is a really exciting time for NXT. It's a really exciting time for all the young talent that's a part of this thing, as well as WWE. I mean, this is huge, man. I'm jealous. I'm jealous in so many ways. I wish I could go back in time and be a part of this thing. The thing is, too, I could see myself coming up in it. NXT system when I first, got into the business, man, how great that would have been to actually have that kind of springboard into, the next level. Man, it would have been awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. To just come right into like a network setting would be great, man. But you know what? I think that you talking about the show this week's going to be on fire for NXT. I mean, I can't imagine what's planned for that very first show on CW.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Roxanne Perez, she's gonna have her hands full.
We know that, yeah.
We already know that. We know that's gonna be good. So my thing is, I cannot wait, man. I don't want to, to get ahead of the cart, or get ahead of the horse or anything like that. I want to stay on the cart and ride until we get there, then to see exactly, what everything's looking like. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited about what Roxanne Perez has been doing, but now. With Julia on the scene, we're going to get a chance to see how good Roxanne Perez really is, because, Julia, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's, her name has got there, like you said, way before she did. She's someone that's on everybody's radar. But for me, it's hard for me to. It's really hard for me to put somebody head and shoulders above Roxanne Perez, just because of what she's done over this last couple of years in NXT. She's done it so well, and she hasn't been one that's been overexposed or underexposed or anything like that. She's not one that stands out like a sore thumb, but she's just that damn good. Just like the wind, you can feel it, but you can't touch it, but it's there. That's the way Roxanne Perez has been working, man. And I must say it has been a flawless transition, what she has done in the WWE. I got to give her big props, because I don't think anybody saw this coming.
No, she's made a huge impact, and I think that if you were at the Reality Wrestling, you knew where she was going to go when she got the opportunity. That's all she needed, was the opportunity. But with Julia, and I know we're against a break, but have this ever happened to you, like, where I remember it was Stand and Deliver, and they brought Julia out and they put the camera on her, right? And the whole arena popped. And I'm looking around like, okay, obviously I'm supposed to know something about this woman. You know what I mean? I don't know about her, but obviously I'm supposed to know something about her. You know what I mean? And that's the aura that she has. So with all the pomp and circumstance that she's brought, and all the credibility inside the squared circle that Roxanne Perez brings, I can't wait to see this clash on the first.
Yeah, that's when that stuff happens. That's when you take your phone out. YouTube matches. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.